Much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at
Phoenix, Arizona. We welcome you to Noche NBA. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Saric.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting's been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. It's good on the putback.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Jackson misses. Out to Brooks. Right side Jackson. Dishes to Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Can't hit that one. On offense, here are the Suns. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
Here's Morant. Got a piece of it.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Out to the wing. Now, here's Rubio. He's tightly guarded. Hooker the pass to Rubio. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And Anderson gets it to go. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
There's Morant following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Morant with it from 10 feet out. Here's Valanciunas, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
No good from Booker.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Bridges with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Johnson's got the ball. Ayton wide open. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when he was younger, Jaren Jackson said he was more passive offensively. Playing on talented teams, he focused on defense. Now he is expanding his game.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Carter against Allen. Suns moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Jerome. Saric passes to Jerome. Now here's Bridges. Pass to Jerome. Here's Ayton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And as Jackson looks to be more aggressive offensively, Smitty, what do you think is next for him?
I think for him, more turnovers than assists. He's got to improve his playmaking and recognition. Mostly a straight line driver, but in time, I think he'll have it more on a string and make better decisions.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
And the Suns making a change here. Baines is checked in. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Sharge. Now Ayton. 6 points for him. 8 feet away. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Carter. Excellent D there from Allen.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game. Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the Suns making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies lead by 3. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang. And it's Melton in at the 1 spot. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Rubio, the pass to Baines. They get a hand on it. The pass to Booker. Rubio outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Offensive rebound. Kaminsky kicks to Rubio. Goes back up. Almost, but it rolls out.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks. A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
The 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
To the middle. Here's Booker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Booker's got 4 this quarter. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph have become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Back to Johnson. Lots of room. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Phoenix making some changes. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Suns leading by 3. Carter, the pass to Booker. He dishes it to Baines. Low block shot. That one off the back iron and out.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Passes it to Booker. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one goes long.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Here's Booker. That one good for 2. Booker's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Brooks kicks to Valanciunas. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Kaminsky finds Booker. Good on the bucket. Booker's got 8 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pass to Anderson. And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Kaminsky dishes to Booker. Back to Kaminsky. He kicks to Carter. Pass to Kaminsky. Over Clark. And the Suns tack on 2 more. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Carter, the pass to Booker. Back to Carter. The tray. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Then it's Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Suns moving the ball around. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The pass to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
And boy, when Morant stretches the floor, those driving lanes just get bigger.
And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Bridges kicks to Kaminsky. Left side, Saric. Carter outside. Passes to Jerome. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bridges. They can't stop the run with that one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Morant pushes to Jackson. Here's Valanciunas. They get it again. Tries again. And the layup by Jackson. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season. Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
Bounce pass, Rubio. Saric finds Rubio. Shoots over Morant. Rubio misses. And the 4th pick in the 2018 draft, Jaren Jackson Jr. with Smitty, tremendous potential.
You know what, Kevin? He's a unicorn. He makes threes, he blocks shots, and he defends out to the three-point line. An ideal modern big man.
Inside, here's Baines. And that one is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Suns trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the shot goes down.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Memphis.
To the wing right side. Melton passes to Chang. Here's Melton from beyond the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Booker. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. Memphis leading by 14. There's the lob to Jackson. Misses the layup. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Saric. Rebound by Jang. Outside Jackson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Morant. A three-pointer off the mark. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
A putback, great positioning on the putback.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
Morant passes to Melton. Kicks it to Morant. Trying to get open is Chang. The Grizzlies with another miss. Suns trail by 12. Rubio finds Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Melton. To the inside. Jackson dishes to Jang. It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Baines. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Brooks outside. Now here's Morant. 13 points in the game. It's deflected. It'll count. The shot misses. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading in. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
Pass to Booker. Bridges with it. Brooks covering. Out to the right wing. Here's Šarić. Over Clark. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Ayton, the pass to Šarić. Suns moving the ball around. Rubio with it. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
We talk about the toughness of Rubio. He's also become a better finisher.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. The pass to Valanciunas. No good from outside.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Back to Booker from deep. Connects from 3-point range.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Brooks against Rubio. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one's good by Clark.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Good.
A crucial moment in this game. Rubio unafraid to take it upon himself.
Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Valanciunas inside. Baines is there. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Clark.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Booker against Brooks. This one for 3. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Devin Booker.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Booker the pass to Baines. Booker outside. Another three for Phoenix.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Let's go. Here's Anderson. Back to Valanciunas. Count that bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
He's shown he can get it done in the big moments. JV delivering in the clutch.
Ball stolen. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And finished off by Morant.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal. And then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most. So they're so close to evening this game up.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Sharge. And Memphis also making a switch. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. But they get it back. Morant kicks to Anderson. It's Brooks on the wing. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. Money!
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Fires top of the key. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
And so the Grizzlies take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
You play 2K all the time. You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything?
the mighty Mississippi River carving. And with a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Now Sacramento starting five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Brooks with no one around. Off target from outside. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And finished off by Morant.
This is where Morant is so dangerous. The open court, he knows how to exploit a defense.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And stolen by Barnes. Outside, Fox. For the 3. Kept alive by Sacramento. Holmes kicks to Fox. Nobody near Barnes. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
From deep, Brooks. It's hauled in by the Kings. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
And the pass to Morant. Now Anderson. He feeds it to Jackson. Here's Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morant's got 5 points so far.
And this is a shot Morant can drill. If you're not out on him, he's willing to make you pay.
Bogdanovich left side. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Fast break and Morant's got it. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to Bielitsa. Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. Back to Bogdanovich. Buries it from three-point range. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. That's good from Jackson.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Now here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Clark after the Kings pick up 2. Pass to Allen. Out to the right wing. Melton. Len grabs the board. The Kings trail by 3. Joseph finds Bazemore. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
And really, it's hard to guard a guy like Bazemore because of how high he can get up. His athleticism is just boundless.
Jang, he's checked in for Jackson. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Allen passes to Clark. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Giles. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
From about 16, that one wide left. Inside, here's Bazemore, banked in off the glass.
And Bazemore looking pretty comfortable on the inside there, weaving around for that 2.
Here's Clark. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Pulls it up. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Jang. Lays it up and banks it in. Jang's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Memphis. Pass to Melton. Clark kicks to Allen. 3-pointer. That shot no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And now the Kings fast break. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer. And he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Allen outside. Jang against Len. And there's the pass to Clark. Over Parker. No good from Clark. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 1. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Morant kicks to Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Memphis. Covered by Hield. Jang, the pass to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. It's hauled in by the Kings.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Barnes finds Parker. Healed outside. To the middle. Charity stripe shot. Parker. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Fox. He's getting around 20 points per, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield. Yep, that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Outside, Fox. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Pocket 6. Shot from the wing. Fox, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good. Morant.
For the performance on the offensive end, he's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Jackson looking it over. Brooks dishes to Morant. Up top, Valanciunas takes the 3. Rebound by Bielitsa. The Kings trail by 6. Barnes finds Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. Over Brooks. Sacramento again missing. Down low, tipped away to the left wing. Morant with a wide open look. No good with the triple. They need this one, and it's Bogdanovich off the drive. He lays it in. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night. He can't hit that time. So that'll be it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of... And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. 6 to shoot. Outside, Fox. Nice steal from Valanciunas.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways. The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Valanciunas finds Jackson.
Helps to have Bielitsa defending like this and staying active on that end of the floor.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. From deep.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Kept alive. Fires the 3. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies. Here's Holmes and the rejection by Valanciunas. Outside Jackson. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Snatched up. Pass to Morant. Anderson wide open. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Sacramento also making some changes. Jabari Parker's checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. Holmes kicks to Fox. Back to Holmes. Left side, Fox. And another fast break for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're running. Allen, that's good.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now here's Bazemore. He has 6. Hield sinks the 15-footer. Hield's got his first points of the night.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Hield had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. As you look at Memphis, they're good enough from 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, Sacramento, a couple spots below.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Allen. And then for Sacramento, Lenz checked in for Parker. And Bielitsa in for Kent Bazemore. And the Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Passes it to Bielitsa. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Len, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, pretty good concentration there. The more touches Len is getting on the inside, it seems like the confidence is growing.
Here's Morant. He trains the quick shot. Morant's got 14.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good off the back of the rim.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Len's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Yeah, the I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Grizzlies lead by 12. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Len in at the center position. Bogdanovich passes to Len. Now, here's Fox. Brooks covering. A second chance effort. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Anderson. Pass to Brooks. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
And the dunk by Len.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, Alex Len, in the age of pace and space as a big, trying to find his way to be effective on both ends of the floor. He has that size and length. He brings that to the table every night.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Alex Len. Barnes, right side. To the paint. Holmes passes to Fox. The tray. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the Kings pushing it up now. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox getting some room and getting up.
Morant with it. And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. Here's Morant. No good on the triple.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. From outside the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Bogdanovich. Nice D from Brooks. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Poked away. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Down low. Out to Brooks. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Baseline try, and there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Barnes. And it's 8 points for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Morant. The long-distance 3 is buried.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
Fox, no good. Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. It's Bielitsa. The shot will not fall. And it's Memphis the other way. At one point, they led by 16. And Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. There's the 3. And Memphis turns it over again. Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And a change for the Kings. Hield's checked in. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. It's a 13-point game. Hield with the bucket.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
There's the pass to Morant. The 3. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fox, no good. Hield against Valanciunas to the middle. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Brooks the pass to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Memphis with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The rebound by Hield.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Bjelica finds Hield. Lets it fly. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Brooks. Anderson outside. Back to Brooks. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Here's Morant. Sinks the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going. Fully.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Now here's Bogdanovich following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. And Fox has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Rubio. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pass to Bridges. No good that time. Good D by Barnes.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. To the wing right side. Bridges for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
6 on the shot clock. Tries again, and it's Rubio. That time on the assist from Bridges. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Bialica. Bogdanovich wide open. Drops in the tray.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collected whenever he pulls up from that.
Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Ayton kicks to Johnson. Kicks it out to Rubio. 4 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Fox has got 5 now.
Well, you see the improvement. Fox really shoots with such confidence and precision from deep now.
Rubio dishes to Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Here's the 3. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Booker's got his second basket. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. A platoon swap here for Sacramento.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Joseph looking over the floor. Healed outside. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Hill doesn't fear anyone. Phenomenal at keeping his eyes on the rim. He enjoys sinking these tough shots.
Jerome passes to Baines. Boom, he jams it straight down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Hield can't hit. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Jerome passes to Baines.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Now the pass to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
The 3 from Joseph. Rebound by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, yeah, Greg, that's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen. Not at this level.
Here's Booker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Right side, Joseph. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Here's Carter. That one goes in.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Charge is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. Carter hits them both. The Kings trail by 8.
Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball effort.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Passes it to Jerome. Back to Carter. Pass to Jerome. Charge outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in three-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanted to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
While he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Now here's Parker. Devin Booker missing his last shot.
This is the attitude Parker plays with. Someone who's very willing to give it up to his open guys.
Suns leading by 7. Rubio dishes to Booker. Booker draws the double. Back to Rubio. Kicks to Booker. Fires from 14. Offensive rebound. Here's Saric. Can't connect from short range.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Bazemore misses.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Healed against Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Back to Rubio. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Healed from outside. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And he hasn't been able to do much damage outside the three-point line. Just 1 triple for him in the game, and that was back in the first quarter.
Johnson in the corner. Rubio against Bazemore. Shot clock at 5. Rubio the pass to Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Saric has got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns. Pass to Hield. The shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Hield's got 5.
They'll take that. But they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time. And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game. Yeah, a moment here to take a look at the numbers for Barnes. He's had an impressive second half of the season. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Bonds is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
The pass to Ayton. Here's Jerome. Guarded by Len. Carter kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Jerome. From deep three-point range, and the Suns miss again. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Count that one.
Nice pull-up, Jay. It's deadly because defenders might not know when it's coming. Barnes stays unpredictable.
Pass to Kaminsky. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Kaminsky's got his first points of the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. This one for 3. Rebound by the Suns. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. To the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip.
And this is what you love about Ayton. Highly skilled. He can face you up, then take you off the bounce.
Back to Fox. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Bielitsa passes to Fox. No good on the 3. Suns leading by 9. Pass to Bridges. And the Suns tack on 2 more. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. And Fox has it in the corner. And the shot is good. Fox has got 12 points in the game.
Oh, look at the strength of Fox. Amazing how he maintains control despite getting roughed up a little bit.
Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bogdanovich against Booker. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's off the back rim. No good.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
He leads and misses. To the inside. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
He just looks so fluid in the open floor. I love how Ayton runs to the right spot in these situations.
I mean, offensively, he's been their driving force, determined not to let the lead get any bigger.
Back to Rubio. Booker outside. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely, and let's give respect to the offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders, Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolved. And so now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both free throws good from Booker. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now, here's Fox. 12 points for him. Sacramento again missing. And here's Carter. Bridges, no one around him. They grab their own miss. Fox with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Hield, and he banks in the layup. Hield's got 7 points.
Quick instincts on the defensive end. I mean, when you're careless around Fox, he's going to take advantage of it.
1:44 left here in the third quarter. And Booker kicks to Carter. Here's Sharch. Suns keep it alive.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Fox with it. Bridges covering. The pass to Barnes. Here's Parker. Hield finds Barnes. Here's Fox. Off target with his 3. Phoenix leading by 10. Here's Bridges. Passes it to Baines. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Rebound by the Suns. Charge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Booker dishes to Carter. Booker looking around. Back to Sharch. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Sharge has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Shooting while in rhythm. The work ethic Sark has and how he prepares to fire immediately is committed.
Pass to Fox. To halt the run. Again, the miss by the Kings.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
The Kings trail by 15. Here's Parker. Sharge grabs the board. Sharge has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lets it go from the wing. Fox, no good. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses.
And it's important that he'll improve on his defense because I like watching him show focus on the other end of the floor.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection.
Hey, don't give in. Keep playing. We're getting good looks. We're going to start making some.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. On the court for the Suns, Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Frank Kaminsky is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point.
Oh, that is sick. I mean, a terrific ball handler for a 5. Ayton comes full force. And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
Fox against Rubio. Shot clock at 6. A 3-ball. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by Bjelica. The Kings trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Booker. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Suns lead by 20.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
He dishes it to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Again, the miss by Booker.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Phoenix leading by 20. Ayton, the pass to Rubio. Now, Kaminsky. Johnson kicks to Kaminsky to the inside. Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
A pass to Fox. Knocked away. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The try by Rubio. And yes, it's good. Rubio's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Healed the pass to Bjelica. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Ayton throws it down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Johnson in the corner. And the pass to Ayton. Over Len. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Johnson. 12 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well. Now, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Kaminsky finds Rubio. Down low. Here's Ayton. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
And they pick up 2.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
A nice shot by Booker.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
It's Bielitsa. Sacramento again missing. Rubio against Fox. Rubio looking around. Here's Ayton. Rejected by Len. Three-pointer, Hield. Drops in the tray.
A genuine sniper from distance. Hield's three-point stroke is as good as it gets.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they're...
body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it.
A beautiful evening in downtown. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Booker. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Jackson. Jackson against Johnson. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Now Bridges. Jonas Valanciunas missing from long range. Rubio finds Johnson. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Morant passes to Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. Clock at 6.
How about the smothering defense by Ricky Rubio? He's got terrific size for his position and affects the shot there.
First quarter of play with about 1.5 minutes gone. On the wing, Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. To the middle, here's Johnson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Morant passes to Jackson. Drills it from outside. Jackson's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Clark for 3. And Baines pulls it down. The Suns leading. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Wide open look. And that one's good by Clark.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
Stolen by Allen. No good from Clark.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Allen with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Allen against Bridges. Goes up on the wing. Clark tipped back in for two.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's Baines. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Sharge outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rubio. And the Suns get it back. And it's Baines missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen. Fast break, here come the Suns. Carter leading the charge. The putback. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Jerome. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Jerome's got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix. Back to Clark. And he uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got 6 points.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Charge outside. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. They get the rebound. Baines. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Carter with the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
And here is Kaminsky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 3. Shots good by Baines.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Allen for 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Carter kicks to Kaminsky. Carter against Jang. Carter down low. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Allen outside. Here's Melton. No good from outside. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead. to the middle. It's deflected. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jerome passes to Šarić. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Memphis, they're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And of course, the Suns down 5 spots from them.
And I think for the Suns, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Anderson.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude, like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
Šarić dishes to Rubio. Back to Šarić. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, Dario Šarić has a busier schedule than most NBA players because almost every offseason, guys, he spends his whole summer as one of the key players on the Croatian national team. He's a player who basically plays year-round.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Chet Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates.
That's to Diallo. Back to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the top of the key, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
Brooks outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Rubio outside. Here's Baines, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Suns shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Three-pointer, Brooks. That shot missing, and so it's Phoenix.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the... And that does it for our half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The Grizzlies trail by 8, getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Bridges out there with Kaminsky, and it's Rubio in at the 1. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, it's 6'6". Let's remember, Devin Booker has enough size to feel confident on the interior.
Brooks kicks to Anderson. Morant passes to Anderson. Rubio with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
So is this game always evolving? Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples. From downtown, it's rebounded by Memphis. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Jackson misses. Suns leading by 10. And Booker kicks to Bridges. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Valanciunas. Goes back up. Count the basket. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rubio finds Johnson. Back to Rubio. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Rubio. He's guarded closely. Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Anderson with the ball. Valanciunas passes to Anderson. He shoots again. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Valanciunas.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Booker. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Booker's got 11.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And he makes the first. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Both free throws good from Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Jerome. Shoots from the baseline. And that one hits back iron. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Back to Clark. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. He's got 12.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You gotta love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
And the Suns making a change here. Carter's checked in. .132 left to play in the third. Booker with it. He's got 13. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Suns lead by 11.
Instinctual playmaker. Booker very crafty in distributing to his teammates.
Back to Brooks. That one misses. Some solid defense from Šarić. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And that one falls from Šarić. Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Šarić nails them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They double him with Šarić. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Anderson.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Šarić finds Ayton. Back to Šarić from deep. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. For 3, Bridges. And no good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Fast break, here they come. Here's Morant. Rejected by Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Ricky Rubio checked in for Mikal Bridges. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. Suns leading by 11. Carter right side. Makes it off the glass. Carter's got 7 points.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
8 feet away. It's tipped. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And so it's Phoenix. 13 points up at the end of the period. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Now here's Morant, defended by Carter. Here's Valanciunas, and it's good, 2 points. Valanciunas has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jackson finds Brooks. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Brooks has got it back down to single digits for the Grizzlies. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Saric. He was all alone on that one.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper.
Here's Jerome, defended by Anderson. Here's Saric, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Suns lead by 9.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Left side Jackson. To the inside. And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And the Suns call time here.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Rubio, the pass to Booker. 5 on the clock. And Rubio kicks to Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Clark, great positioning on the putback.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Now, here's Rubio. Defense is right there. Doesn't go for him. Jang dishes to Clark. Jackson. And contact on the and here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. Carter, he's checked in for the Suns. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Booker outside. The pass to Ayton. 2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
Carter kicks to Booker inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Carter, the pass to Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
The ability to drive with either hand. Booker gets the defender on his heels, draws the foul.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
No, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Anderson against Bridges. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Money!
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the rejection by Jackson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Grizzlies now. Anderson outside, and stolen by Ayton.
Yes! Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Jackson. Missed. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K.
Sacramento, California. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. A look at Memphis. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, there's the Kings, just a couple spots back.
And for the Grizzlies, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bielitz, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward.
An awesome rebounder at that position. The energy level Morant puts forth on the glass is tremendous.
Here's Fox, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And the difficulty defending Anderson from mid-range. He has a number of go-to moves from that distance.
Here's Fox. 4-point game. Misses from short range.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Bielitsa against Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Outside, Fox. And the pass to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way.
Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And here's Brooks from outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Fires from the wing. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
With the handle and the acceleration, Morant moves around the court with the ball on the string. And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Alex Len comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. And that one, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hield with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
On the wing, Hield shoots the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Brooks with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Rejected by Len. Here's Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Hield's got his second basket of the night.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Giles checked in for Len. Jabari Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. He gets that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Here's Hield. Up again, and Parker stays with it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Grizzlies had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The Kings trail by 13. Three-pointer, Hield. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Allen slams it in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And so it's Memphis, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Chang. Allen is out there with Clark. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. Here's Allen. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The 3 from Joseph. Rebound by Chang. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Down low. It's tipped. He kicks to Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. A floater. Here's Chang, and the layup's good off the glass. Chang's got his first basket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Parker's shot is off.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce. A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Allen against Hield. The 3. Rebound by Chang. Chang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes to Melton. Three-pointer on the way. The offensive rebound. The Kings trail by 17. Here's Hield. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Hield's got 6.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office.
Parker, it's deflected.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Buries it from three-point range.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And the dunk by Parker.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Hield. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. And here are some players that you want on the line as often as possible these days. For the past month, these are the leading free throw shooting 2 guards in the league. Buddy Hield on top.
And one of the benefits of being as fantastic at the free throw line as he is it allows him to be really aggressive at driving the lane.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good. Morant. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
From past the arc, it's hauled in by the Kings.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Here's Fox.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
And that one is good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And it's Morant missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Stolen by Jackson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. They recover it. Valanciunas, good.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Barnes kicks to Fox. Offline with his three. Fox with the steal. Pass to Holmes. Now here's Barnes. Guarded by Valanciunas. Barnes can't get it to go.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. And
all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game. And that'll...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the 5. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm. The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
Sacramento moving it around. Barnes passes to Bielitsa. Here's Fox. Cans the shot from the wing. Fox has got 10 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Brooks misses. And you look at Anderson. He likes playing with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
Chalk up 2 there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Everyone knows how athletic Barnes is. Demonstrated yet again with the slam.
Jackson is doubled. Here's Valanciunas. And Anderson has it in the corner. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. He feeds it to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Over Barnes. Jackson misses. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Pass to Valanciunas. To the middle. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Fox finds Barnes. Outside Bogdanovich. Kings with the fresh shot clock. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brooks from outside. Memphis the rebound. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Barnes. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now Parker, 6 points for him. Healed outside. Shoots it up. Sacramento again missing. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Deflects the pass, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Bjelica. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Lenz checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Joseph. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's the steal. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Melton, no good. Got a piece of it. Clark for 3. Len grabs the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Morant, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Brooks finds Anderson. Offensive rebound.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Bjelica passes to Giles. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one drops. Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Kings. And Memphis also making a switch. Allen's checked in. Banked in off the glass. Allen's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
Here's Fox. Sacramento again missing.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Morant passes to Anderson. Lets the 3 fly. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Both free throws good from Len. There's 10 seconds left in the 3rd. Jackson. Here's Clark. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies finishing the quarter up by a whopping. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Really lately, we're seeing more deep 3-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Corey Brewer's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Farrell's subbed in for Heel.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Tolliver the pass to Watanabe. Now here's Morant. D right on him. Buries the long-range jumper. Morant's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Grizzlies. To the inside. And it's Len. That time on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Holmes. Grizzlies with the rebound. Allen passes to Watanabe. Well, we were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Some changes for Sacramento. Jabari Parker's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Allen, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. There's Parker with the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a three of his own.
It's Allen on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. Fires it up. Sacramento grabs the miss. Land's got 6 rebounds in the game. Shot by Joseph, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Tolliver with the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Stolen by Joseph. Here's Brewer. The Grizzlies pull it in. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. Memphis moving that ball around. And a miss there on the triple. Sacramento with the ball. From the baseline. They get it back. Parker. And that one, good.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're ahead by 33. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Jackson kicks to Morant. Lets it go. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Inspired
tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team for.
And a lot of style and a lot of confidence coming off the Kings bus. And David Aldridge.
Well, guys,
he's doing it all, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Sacramento's ball. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Fox goes in. And tonight a matchup of inexperienced teams, young ball clubs. Brent, talk about some of the challenges that come with coaching a team so young.
I think the idea for most of the coaches is they see it in the eyes of the players. They want everything now. They want it so fast, and they're not quite sure about the steps to get to the end game. That's the most important thing for coaches, to talk about the small steps throughout any given season that the coach can put in front of them. And some of those challenges, you find out also which of the guys are willing to accept the team challenge as opposed to the individual.
But challenging nonetheless in every way.
Oh, yeah, and for 8 months of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
So get ready for massive parenting for the year for this coaching staff.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Here is Rubio after the Kings pick up 2. Booker finds Rubio, shoots over Fox, and again it's the Suns missing.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Puts up a 3, and Holmes throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game.
Big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Suns making a change here. Carter's checked in. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And it's Ayton missing.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines comes in for Ayton. And it's Šarić in for Johnson. Šarić and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. Corey Joseph comes in for De'Aaron Fox.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Joseph. Bridges against Barnes. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's Hield. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Carter. Inside, stolen by Len. On the wing, Hield. Again, Hield missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Barnes grabs the miss. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Count it, good.
And the ability to drive and get to the rim is one of the reasons why Buddy Hield rarely has an off night. Even if his shot isn't going in, he can take it to the rack to find some points.
Here's Jerome. No points in the game yet for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Joseph. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And there's the pass to Šarić. Here's Baines. Nails the baby hook. It's a tie ball game. And for Sacramento, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it, the fast break chance.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Stolen. Right wing. Here's Sharch. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Aaron Baines. Sharch is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Rubio outside. Pass to Kaminsky. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Peeled right side. Jacks up a three. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Here's Baines. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Joseph. Got a hand on it. Here's Jerome. Covered by Hield. And Saric kicks to Rubio. Here's Jerome. No good on that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Both teams deciding to change it up. Bazemore for 3. Kept alive by Sacramento. Bucket is good. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Reminds me of Carmelo Anthony, Jabari Parker, a quick second jumper and keeps it alive on the glass.
Booker dishes to Rubio. The three-pointer, no good. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Kings, Alex Len's checked in for Jabari Parker. Bielitsa comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Bielitsa finds Fox. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
And it's the Suns with the ball. The Kings getting the bucket. Pass to Rubio. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots. And the Suns miss again.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient. Look for teammates. He found one.
Here's Ruby. Sacramento making their last shot. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Booker. He's covered by Bielitsa. For three, Bridges. Rebound by the Kings. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Ayton. On the wing, Booker to stop the drought. Rebounded by Holmes.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Back to Booker. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Bogdanovich pretty good at making some things tough for his man. Very active on the defensive end.
And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 8-point lead. And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and a pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than and that does it for our halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes at the small forward position. So it's Phoenix now. The Kings getting the bucket for 3. Booker rebounded by Holmes.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Saric after the Kings pick up 2. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got the lead up to 14 now for the Kings.
The closer that Fox gets inside, the more effective he could say. I guess you could say he's good in the Fox hole.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Kings leading now by 12.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Outside, Bogdanovich makes it off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
Here's Baines, guarded by Holmes. Good work there as it goes. Baines has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Booker finds Saric. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 11 points for Dario Saric.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
Up top, Fox. Defended by Carter. Here's Barnes. And the layup is good. Barnes has got 6 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Baines passes to Saric. Pulls up. And the shot is long.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
The dunk and the foul of Power. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, Bazemore has these moments. Sick hops right there in the flush to send it home.
Suns trail by 17. The drive by Booker. Land with the block. And he recovers it. The Suns have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Fox against Rubio. The dish to Kaminsky. Over Parker. Kaminsky misses. Kings leading now by 15. 20 seconds left in the third. Bazemore on the wing. Covered by Rubio. Lock at 6. Here's Hield. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it. And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Sacramento Kings riding a 15. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan.
Hey, that's beautiful basketball out there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Suns call time.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And the Kings making a change here. Bielitsa's checked in, and it goes out of bounds. That one off heel. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now, here's Fox. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Hield. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball. And the Kings lead by 18.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
That one goes. Count it. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Kings leading now by 17. That's a two from Barnes. Great look, but off the mark. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Johnson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. To the paint. And it's Sharch. That time on the assist by Johnson.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Fox really daring them right now to foul him on the inside.
And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Launches it. Unable to get that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Hield.
Well, you got to like seeing Devin Booker be aggressive, especially when he's shooting the ball, easily earning the foul that time.
So he gets them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Barnes passes to Hield and stolen by Booker. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
That's tipped.
So he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
From deep. The rebound by Hield.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Sacramento.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jumps up, and Ayton throws it down.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest. That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
And the rejection by Holmes. 15 seconds left in the fourth. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Farrell kicks to Bogdanovich. Jump shot is good. And the Kings lead by 14.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for great.